It's been a little while since I've done one of these. Yo, Blaine Morgan, what's going on, man? Just doing a little test here. Just curious if anyone's even awake at these hours. I don't blame people for not. Yo, big brain content. Deep research, gang. Deep research, is that in reference to something? Well, I guess I can drop some early news on you guys. I was just talking to a very cool friend, setting all the details up. And tomorrow, around late afternoonish, evening-ish, depending on your time zone-ish, gonna be doing Thomas, me, and Wendell, who, if you guys know Bookcat, who recently got suspended on Twitter, we'll be doing a panel Friday night-ish stream, and I think you guys are going to enjoy it. It'll also be streamed on cozy.tv. So for anyone here who's interested, I highly recommend it. And we haven't really done the Friday night non-structured streams in a while. I know Thomas has been pretty busy with that World War II series. Him and Pete Canones, man, that guy really going to bat for us. So that's what we got in less than 24 hours. You guys will be able to enjoy that. But how does that sound? You guys dig that? Still on my Nickelodeon kick. So, and some other stuff too. A friend of mine will be, well, Wendell, who I mentioned, he's going to be hosting his, I mean, you'll be able to see all three of us. So he's basically sharing the YouTube stream on there. So Blaine, thank you for the support. I appreciate it. But yeah, I don't know. I would like to go on Cozy and have my own channel. It seems like that's very possible. It's just I don't know if there's any risk factor in that. So I don't need any journalists going out there and looking up who I am. That's a little uncomfortable. But we'll see. We'll see. So that's what you can look forward to. What else, man? What else? I also want to give a shout out to Jack Burden. This guy, I've been texting him, been sending him some metal too. So let's see what that turns into. But just did his show earlier today. For those that missed it, it's on the Jack Burden Show. You can look that up on YouTube. Me, him, and Semiagog, who I'm sure you guys are familiar with. That was really cool to be a part of. I would say that was one of the best streams that I've been lucky to be a part of. I was kecking, man. I got to be honest. By proxy, yeah, that's an idea, big brain. The thing is, though, here's the thing, man. I got to get some water. It's been a little while, but I have. What was I gonna say? Oh, the thing about being on Cozy, which is by far one of my favorite aspects. First of all, the audience is mostly Zoomer. So if I go on there and pop off some Ned's Declassified episode, then it won't just be me screaming into the ether. I think that it's more likely I can get ideas bounced off of other people. So that's really cool. The fact that there's a hungry, vibrant audience that is dependable. That's something that Cozy provides, of course. But the other aspect, and this is what I was alluding to on an earlier stream, I can blast copyrighted music. So if people wanted to tune in, like Wendell said, could get a little jukebox stream going, interact with the audience, you know, that would just be a very wholesome experience. And I know it sounds like a little thing, but I mean, it's one thing for me to come on here and give you my perspective, projecting on what I think is good stuff for you guys to check out. But it's another thing when you can just like it feels more direct, like putting on an album. This sounds very boomerish, but to put on an album and the audience can live react to it. I can pinpoint certain moments, maybe tempo changes. It's just a really cool thing to share with you guys, and it's one of the closest things I could provide. It really will feel like a diner. I just got back from Raising Cane's. You guys might have some of those around you, but yeah, it really has like an atmosphere to it, if that makes sense. Kind of like the lo-fi beats streams. That's kind of like the alternative to that. So, again, just throwing some loose thoughts out there. Been curious what you guys are up to. I'd like to catch up on some of the questions you guys have brought forward in the past that I may have neglected, which is not ideal. But you know what's funny is sometimes, like, I feel like I'm pretty good at tracking your guys' chats right in front of me here. But the sometimes when I go back and rewatch videos, it seems like I see more comments than ones I would have caught. So I don't know if StreamYard doesn't show all of them or only shows the top ones. So I apologize if haven't gotten to all your guys' stuff. That's right, big brain content. The seat is that what would you call it? That role is not really utilized on Cozy, so maybe a potential there. I'm on my 5-year anniversary holiday with my missus. Can't hang around long at Wagney Bros. Yo, Brotherhood of Nog, great to hear, man. Good for you. 5 years? There you go, man. I hope Zoomers can say the same when they hook up with someone. I'd like to I'd like that to be a pattern that hopefully we can provide that. Yo, Danny Hightower. I don't think I've ever seen you in here before. Some newcomers, perhaps? Awesome, man. Good to see you guys here. Yeah, just again, pretty low key here, all right? Pretty low key. Here, let me so you guys aren't totally bored. Can't relate. Yeah, well, let's make it so they can relate. That's the thing. Yo, Fahrenheit's in here. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, I wanted to check to see if I missed any of your guys' questions. So, for those tuning in tomorrow around, is the music too loud? What hold on, let me. Oh, that's not it. There we go. Apologies for that. So, for those of you that just got in here, tomorrow, late afternoon, early evening-ish, gonna be on cozy.tv with Thomas, Wendell, and myself. We'll still be here on YouTube, but Wendell will be sharing his screen on Cozy so we can get the Cozy audience, which is Zoomers. I think it's just about Catholic-ish Zoomers. Maybe Christian is the better term, since I don't know exactly the demographic. Based on my experience, it seems like it's mostly Catholic. So So anyways, we got some content for tomorrow, Friday night content. So I think you guys are going to dig that. And I'd like to sift through your guys' questions that I missed in past streams, because I don't want you guys to think I'm ignoring a lot of your guys' stuff. It seems like a lot of stuff went by the wayside for some reason. I was going to try and sift through. Maybe I'll share screens here. Dude, I got to get some water. If you guys can give me like less than 20 seconds ish, I'll be right back. I got to get a drink. Give me a sec. I feel tired. It's weird. Anyways, play breakcore. Maybe we can lose half the watches. Yeah. That'll probably. So, wanted to see what kind of stuff I may have missed in the past. Oh, man. So, first of all, man, there's just been so much content. I missed Academic Agents thing today. Thomas, I'm behind on the World War II series. There's just so much, man. There's so much. I've been more active on Discord, though. If you guys are interested in that, you guys are probably all in there, though. Let me set you guys up. But yeah, I've been pretty Cozy TV, what's your opinion? Yeah. Listen, I'm not gonna... I tend to not see a lot of merit in a lot of like drama-based critique. So anything about, any accusations in that regard, I don't really take at face value. I don't think that stuff is enough to discredit an entire movement, let alone one that's been around for a while. So yeah, I'm not super down on the guy. I'm more interested in a lot of the political projects that are being lined up. All right. I'm also going to give Wendell's Discord in there. Not that he needs it from me, I'm sure. Why do we have so many people watching this? So this first link, yo, record deepness, man. We got some people in here. So this Discord is mine. And then this one is Wendell's, who will be joining us, debuting on the show for the first time tomorrow. Here we go. Wait, what? I missed I hate to sound like a boomer, but it's nice to put on a record. Yeah. That was kind of cringe, but I just ignore that. Yo, Marshall Forward. Seems like it's been a while since I've seen you in here. Yo, Mike Floyd. So for those checking in, Gonna be on Cozy TV. Wendell, me, Thomas, and Wendell. So stay tuned for that. Friday night, late afternoon, early evening. So, anyways. What's up? Ordered a bunch of CDs this week. What do you got, Mike Floyd? What kind of CDs did you get? Take on Cathedral versus Elite Theory. To tell you the truth, I don't like the Cathedral concept. Of all the things you could call it, I don't know why you would call it that. You know what I mean? So, not a big fan of that. I think there was a review in Ron Oon's review. I didn't read through the whole thing. You might have seen that on Keith Woods' Telegram. But, yeah. I'm just not wild about that. Elite Theory, I'm much more interested in. Pareto. What is it? The Italian School. That stuff is a lot more appealing to me personally. Yo, thank you, Fahrenheit. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I'm surprised there's people here, man. I was gonna call this early. Yo, thank you, man. Thank you, bro. Thank you, Marshall. David the Gnome, my goodness. Jason, yeah, you know what I mean. Charlemagne first woke me up to that. And Charlemagne's Catholic, as far as I know. So that was very fitting for that to come from him. And then I also saw some pretty cool alt Twitter accounts pushing that same message, so... Edward the Pale. That's an interesting comment, Edward the Pale. Interesting comment. Why don't they call it that? I mean, if you're going to talk about DC, if you're going to talk about the networks in Washington, if you're going to talk about all the invested interests in politics, the things that are gatekeeping American discourse, you know? What's that all about? I mean, if you're not... How would you say this? I mean, if you're willing to criticize, you know, who the elite are, that would be a good way of showing people that you're not part of the elite. But if you are part of the elite, if you're astroturfed, then that would cause you to pick certain labels to hide behind. But I don't know. Does that make any sense? I mean, what would prevent somebody from saying exactly what it is? Especially someone that's very connected and maybe a regular in that scene. Yo, do we got Jonathan Paul? Hey man, I see you on Twitter. Pretty cool. Anyways. Jason, are you coming back from the Semiagog stream? Yeah, that because he pointed out how Stone Temple Pilots are kind of the superior version of the grunge scene, the superior alternative. And I basically agree. I thought they were leaning more metal, just like Alice in Chains. Spent $700 on CDs. My goodness. Got your paycheck. Well, that's good to hear, man. So, yeah, Fahrenheit, yeah. Yeah, I might have to get that. I gotta get that book one of these days. Seeing everyone post about it's making me jealous. They're like Led Zeppelin. What do you mean by that? Like the distortion, like the sound? Need some Miles Davis. I remember listening to let me find it. Oh, I got too many tabs open, too many tabs. Excuse me. What Miles Davis was it? Thanks to Sea of Tranquility, Pete Pardo. He was the one that woke me up to this. I'm looking for it right now. Ugh, where is it? Ah, man, I can't find it. Sorry about that. I thought it was one where it was mostly like 2 20-minute songs. Maybe that can narrow it down. I thought I was going to be able to pull it up. My bad. I think it was Drugs, David the Gnome. Yeah, his last concert is on YouTube. Sea of Tranquility has a lot of great videos on Ted Nugent's discography. Yeah. Yeah, those guys get a lot of views too. Martin Popoff is on there as a regular. He's a pretty cool author. The historian side. Yeah, Marshall knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, he just I think he did a Rock Icons. He was like the consultant for like a VH1 type channel, and he was the consultant to, I think they're doing like Slash and others. So yeah, it seems like he's really tapping into all those guys. I just got a notification for a tweet. Do you guys know anything about Orson Welles' comment about the Muppets? Anyways, what is your opinion on the band Tool? I'm kind of in a weird spot. I like some of their stuff. My favorite song is probably Rosetta Stoned. I want all their stuff to sound like that though, and it doesn't. So it's that kind of thinking, I think, should be utilized in some of the more modern metal bands, the ones that kind of stick to the 4/4, riding the coattails of alternative rock radio. So I'm iffy on them. What is your Twitter handle, Loud Sound? I'll put that in chat. And Pete Pardo is pretty cool. He's got, I mean, just look at that. Look at the stack behind him. That's a guy who was really in the scene. Whoa, what album should you go to? Next gym sesh? Honestly, probably what's the Probably the first one, right? Let me I don't know, is that a good like gym album? That's probably the heaviest album, right? Core. I don't know. Maybe purple. I'm not sure. I don't know what would be appropriate for a gym album. Do I like ZZ Top? Yes, yes. Eliminator. I actually don't think Afterburner is that bad. And then of course that album I can't pronounce. That's got cheap sunglasses. Well, Mike Floyd, it's a tricky thing. It is a bit of a betrayal though. The 80s sound. You know what's an underrated song on Eliminator? It was on the GTA 4 soundtrack. Thug, which has, rest in peace Dusty Hill. But that bass is so prominent in that song. It just seems like a rare thing that they didn't really get a lot of credit for. You can listen to lighter stuff? Okay. Yeah, Edward the Pale. I remember somebody asked David Lee Roth. I think it was Joe on the Joe Rogan show. He said that the one song that he would be probably the most scared to have to follow up was what is it? One of their classic hits. What is it? LaGrange. Yeah, LaGrange was the one. Which is cool to hear. But Fandango, man, that album. What's the Nasty Dogs and Funky Kings? Man. You guys know about that? Since I'm getting back into Elvis, I got to re-listen to the Jailhouse Rock cover on that album. It's half, I think it's half live, half studio. As far as I can remember. I remember my friend would rave about that album, and I think that song was my first impression. I was like, man, because I was into Ted Nugent. I liked George Thorogood, but ZZ Top was like a blind spot. And then my friend, pushed ZZ Top on me. And so I was in a Discord where he would chill it. And I was just like, man, this is just nice, groovy, funky rock. Yo, is that Danielle in chat? Okay, now we're back. Now I'm thinking we're back. Yeah, Mike Floyd. Mike Floyd knows about. Can't get enough of the Nuge. That's right, man. Isn't his new album coming out pretty soon? I remember when well, actually it's a bit foggy, but the music made me do it. Some repetitive stuff on there, but still fun nonetheless. Shut Up and Jam is probably his worst album, but it's a fun album, I gotta, as far as like a favorite Ted Nugent album, the debut, Weekend Warriors. Weekend Warriors is underrated. And then Scream Dream. But one of my favorite songs is probably Writing on the Wall, which is on Free For All. And that's Meatloaf on vocals. So, oh man, we got all the cool people here. Man, all these people, man. Thank you guys for tuning in at such a late hour. Tuesday, FA Tuesday. Braveheart soundtrack is good music for workouts. I gotta check that out. Oh, Come and Take It. I remember checking that out, I think on Ultimate Classic Rock. That's pretty funny. Whoa, what are you talking about, Mike Floyd? He invited you to something? That is insane. Are you serious? Oh, and Marshall, you're gonna see him? Yeah, dude, check him out. I saw him in Arizona. And he came out. He came out doing the whammy bar. Man, that was classic. Did the Star Spangled Banner. Classic. Oh, okay, Tuesday doing the night shift, doing the graveyard shift. Bagpipe music, really? Yo, Raging Mandrill. Yeah, it's nice to do a stream. For those of you that, I'm sorry if I keep repeating this. I just want everyone to know. Yeah, man, what's going on here? Tomorrow, early evening, late afternoon-ish, going to be on Cozy TV with Wendell and Thomas 777. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. I'm going to try and get to some of your questions that I missed in past streams. So just want to keep you guys in tune. Yo, Tuesday. Yeah, thank you, man. That was that was one of the most fun streams I've had, you know. Just Semi-Agog, man. Semi-Agog was making me cack. T with a bunch of dashes. I'm not really a black metal guy. I kind of got tired of it. Yeah, Mike Floyd. Ted's media coverage is what you'd expect. You got to jam with him, dude. Mike Floyd. That's legendary, man. Wait, guys, crack up. Yeah, that's the thing. He seemed like to be a cool guy to hang out with. Yeah, hey, me too, Mike Floyd. I like Slipknot too. I think I got a Slipknot sticker on my door. That's still there. I think it was mostly that first album that won me over. No, Jason, it wasn't on Semi-Agog's channel. It was on Jack Burden. Jack Burden Show. Look that up on YouTube. And he's got a bunch of people lined up. The next one's going to be Panama Hat. So love that guy. Whenever he's on Academic Agent streams, I think he's very insightful. Another cool Catholic. The blood memory thing, you might be onto something there. Do I like new metal bands? I will admit when I watched that Woodstock 99 documentary last year, that kind of got me back into it, or at least more sympathetic to it. New metal, I don't know, let me try this again. Like a band that qualifies as new metal. I used to listen to System of a Down when I was younger. Disturbed too. I don't know if that totally counts. And then I know Thomas is supportive of Deftones. I still haven't gotten to that quite yet. Might have to get back into Evanescence. I remember jamming out to that driving home one day. What about like new metal albums from non-new metal bands? Like bands that went more alternative. Incubus? Okay. Is Stained considered? See, I don't know. Panama Hat's awesome. Yes, Edward knows. Have you been watching A's retrospectives? I tuned into, I don't know if it was a retrospective. I just feel like I'm behind on content. Let me check AA right now. I've been meaning to. I'll get back to that. Oh no, it was the cigar stream. Uses and abuses of NRX. I gotta check that out some more. No, that's cool. That's cool. He's what you think of Meshuggah? I like the sound. I don't know if I can go through a whole album. Oh, the music video with Resident Evil. Wait a second. Marshall, what would you... The Iowa... What? Slipknot? Are you saying Slipknot? I'm way... Content creation, Raging Mandrill. Do you got a channel I can check out? Oh, okay, here you go. Oh, I'm sorry, man. I haven't been tuning in. Okay, I found your channel, and you were on. This is Prudentialist. Oh, okay. Oh, that's a while ago. Interesting. Yeah, dude, that's. No, I wasn't aware. Interesting. So really, let me check that out. Substack too? Okay, I gotta read your stuff. Okay, here we go. Interesting username. MK Ultra Victim. I don't know, I'm biased. I don't think it was death on a technical level. But death was definitely like making more albums. So as far as like who was the first, I don't, it may not have been death. Although I'm not sure. Slipknot was Resident Evil? Are you serious? How did I not know that? But what are you guys' thoughts? Well, I guess this goes to you who asked. What are your thoughts on the Resident Evil franchise? Because I think I'm sympathetic to the first one. And then I remember they did like a Mad Max style one. That might have been the third one. I don't know. I didn't really like the actress back in the day, too. Just kind of unlikable. Okay, so it's mostly downhill after the first one. That was my impression. I remember going back to Red Letter Media to check their take, and it was basically the same thing, although I think they were sympathetic to the Mad Max aesthetic. See, I don't think I don't think that counts as death metal. I mean, it's still thrash. If you're trying to say like that genre couldn't exist without that album, maybe. Yo, Fahrenheit with the full support of the Resident Evil franchise. You have to embrace them. Okay, see, I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to put aside, I'm not crazy about the actress. I'm not. and you know, what they do to Chris Redfield and Jill Valentine, you know, if it's not exactly what I want, I'm willing to put my personal thing aside. What? Atmosphere? Oh, okay. I think I see what you're saying. I saw ST live, I think twice. You got to see them live, man. You got to see them live if you ever get a chance. I did not watch Morbius. I am not going to watch Morbius in theaters. That's just not going to happen, frankly. I'm sorry if that's a disappointment. I don't know, Edward of the Pale. I remember there was like wasn't there some anti-Christian stuff in the Silent Hill movie? Or there was some like heretical stuff in there. Another like spoiled opportunity. Yeah, it's what there's literally is there anything religious in the game? Like, why would you put that in the movie? It's just you don't have to do that. You can. It's just, man. It's yo. I think raging. It's not Morbin time. It is. Yeah, I'm thinking it's not Morbin time. More of the man. What's up with that? Record deepness. There's anti-Christian stuff and a lot of Japanese. Is that like an anti-Western thing? MK Ultra victim going off in the chat. Oh, man. Hey, wait a second. Fearless Vampire Killers. Isn't that a song? Fearless VVK. VVK. Oh, that's Bad Brains. Right? Sorry, you said that in chat and my brain went somewhere else. Oh yeah, and it's a horror comedy, right? Hold on, I'm just pulling up. I'm looking this up right now. Oh, that's Roman Polanski. Yikes department. Yeah, he's a bit of a fearless he's a bit of a fearless vampire. Do you like some punk? Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude, punk. I really like. I mean, I don't endorse all the California bands, but like Agent Orange, the surf rock sound. I've been into that for a while. I don't know. I have this weird relationship with Dead Kennedys because Jello Biafra is like cartoonishly cringe, but that LA surf rock sound is in there with East Bay Ray. So I don't know. And you know, Alternative Tentacles, it's very much a political project as much. So it's unfortunate that Jello like wraps himself in all this cringy stuff. What else? And then Black Flag too. Black Flag's got cringy stuff. And talk about destroying talk about having like the worst end to your legacy with if anybody even knows about that album, and I don't know. That whole band is just a mess. But Bad Brains. And then I don't know. As far as bands that I don't know, there's not too many. Like this Sex Pistols, the Ramones. Those are bands that kind of mostly got away unscathed. I don't know. Early Blondie. What else? Patti Smith is cringe. And I'm not talking about Scandal. I'm talking about that other broad. So that's probably Minor Threat. Straight Edge is based. I don't know too much about Fugazi though. So Bake Neko. They censored Sid Vicious shirt. It's over. Yeah, very unfortunate. Gary Oldman, what's going on, big guy? First you cuck on not wearing the Sid Vicious shirt, and then you go do Darkest Hour, and then you go do European Propaganda, shilling Winston Churchill. It is over. I'm thinking it's over for Gary Oldman. You should have been what's his name from True Romance? What was that guy's name? The guy who acted black? You guys even know what I'm talking about? What's that character's name from True Romance with Christian Slater? What was his name? Okay, you want to talk about Drexel. I got you, Edward. Drexel. Man, that's the other thing. If I'm on Cozy, I can play those clips and not get copyrighted. He looks like he doesn't have a care in the world. And maybe you don't. Man. You know what's funny is Henry Rollins had a pretty interesting comedy gag about Iron Maiden fans. Did you ever see that, Cosmic Wanderer? Apparently, like, Henry Rollins opened for Iron Maiden, and the whole crowd, a lot of the crowd was against him. And pretty accurate description of metal fans. Pretty, I thought that was funny. I remember sharing that with a friend of mine from Orange County. Yeah, he's like a Mark Hamill tier, probably. James Gandolfini's performance. Oh, yeah. When he's beating up Patricia Arquette and she's fighting every step of the way. That is like the Zoomer attitude. That is like, I don't know. Do you want to call that like the Ethan Ralph manifestation on film? Even if you just get constantly beaten, you're still coming back for more, stepping back into the octagon. Nah, I don't mean to bring that up, but I'm just saying it's just funny. It's funny. Based Zoomer right-wing scene. To be honest, I'm sorry, Edward. I'm sorry, but to me, it's not a very difficult choice. I gotta go Priest, because definitely more consistent overall. And I like Brave New World. I like it. But a lot of the albums after that lose that cachet that Brave New World had. And A Matter of Life and Death has some sparks of Brave New World, but you also get some of that Final Frontier. You get some of that Dance of Death. I think that goes too far. in the repetitive direction. So, I'm not gonna say it's all bad, but it loses some of the consistency that Brave New World had. I know some people are gonna say, like Razorfist, I think says, "No, man, Brave New World is in that same camp with all the 2000s albums. They're all downhill." And maybe it is downhill, but Brave New World I wouldn't put in the same category as Dance of Death. I wouldn't put it in the same category as Final Frontier. There is still some more memorable stuff on there as opposed to the latter output. With Priest, I mean Firepower. I don't know if I want to. I think because Firepower is a bit of an outlier. That's more of an 80s sound. So, but I mean, the Priest albums I would probably go to more often, too, overall. And if we're gonna compare the classic eras, then maybe you'd have some difficulty narrowing it down. Although I think Number of the Beast is a little overrated. So, and I think Thomas would agree with Priest. I think that's his favorite band. Yo, Marshall Forward, you're so right, man. Yeah, Videodrone is basically predicting the future. And kind of based on women too. It's a bit Debbie Harry's a bit too gets herself wrapped up in something totally avoidable and then becomes a slave to it. I guess James Woods does too. I guess that analogy doesn't really work because, well, you could say like James Woods becomes a victim because of what Debbie Harry got involved with. So without spoiling it, it's kind of the downfall of man. Yeah, there you go, Marshall. Sorry, I'm a bit behind. Which album should I look into with Priest? Okay, in my opinion, and I think it's also might be their best. Well, it's a personal favorite, but Defenders of the Faith I think is a good start. Not Screaming for Vengeance. People are probably going to tell you Screaming for Vengeance. Don't listen to that, okay? I used to be like autistically against that album and say not only is it overrated, but it's actually not that good. I probably wouldn't go that far today, but I just don't think it's a good first impression. Neither is British Steel. Do not listen to British Steel and think that represents the band. There's a lot of goofy stuff on British Steel. There's a reggae song. There's a really bad like radio commercial song. So, okay, avoid British Steel for now, avoid Point of Entry for now, and avoid Screaming for Vengeance for now. Even though people would say that's like classic stuff. Defenders of the Faith, I think, represents the band more accurately. And then in my opinion, you should probably go straight into Painkiller. That might sound strange. That's not the natural evolution of the band. I'm talking about first impressions. So, I mean, listen to Free Will Burning as your first song. You should probably go straight into The Sentinel, honestly. I mean, you could, if you're not going to listen to the whole album, just skip around. Free Will Burning, then probably Sentinel. And then Eat Me Alive, which might be my favorite song from them. I don't want to just give you like my favorites. I want to give you accurate stuff. And then pick anything from Painkiller. Kind of stay away from the latter half if you can avoid it. Again, this is just first impression. So if you want to like jump around, you could do that. The other thing is like Sad Wings of Destiny. I don't know if that would completely represent the band either. So like if you want to pick a song from their Victim of Changes. But honestly, like Killing Machine might be another one you could jump to too. You want to avoid the cringy stuff and not think that, oh, this band's not not as heavy as I thought. Because like British Steel has commercial stuff in there that kind of drives it off balance. And then Point of Entry has this reputation of being too poppy. So I think you're good. I think I know that might have been a bit much. Yeah, thank you, Record Deepness. Yeah, T. See, Sad Wings, but Sad Wings. Okay, you know this, T. Epitaph is like a Queen song, so I don't want to like, I don't want someone to listen to that album and then get to that song and be like, what the? There's also, isn't there a weird song at the end of that? Yeah, excuse me, real quick. Doesn't it end on a weird note? Oh, Island of Domination. Okay, let's you know, pretty cringy song. But you know, that's just it's like a boogie woogie song. There's something, oh, Stained Class. Stained Class is another one. Okay, forget what I said about Killing Machine and do Stained Class instead, I'd say. That would represent it a bit more often, because Killing Machine has like Before the Dawn. It's got some mellow stuff, or maybe melodic might be the more accurate term. So Defenders of the Faith, Painkiller, Stained Class. I think that's a good starting point. And then just be aware when you get to like British Steel, there's going to be some weirdness. Point of Entry, a lot of weirdness. And then Screaming for Vengeance, just doesn't feel like a full metal album, if that makes sense. Okay. Oh, Marshall. Okay. Marshall. Yeah. Good night, man. Good night. Yeah, tomorrow. Thank you. Take care. God bless. Hey, man. Yeah, you too. Okay, good. I got Marshall's. I want to make sure I didn't miss his questions. So, okay. She is to blame. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Debbie Harry, man. Stay away. Do you think, Cosmic Wanderer, do you think that Sid Vicious was a poser? Well, he did suck. Like, he literally could not, wasn't really musical. What's my take on that, chap? I love, that's a great sequence of words. Just like the thing about Sid Vicious, I might have to put this into writing. Raging Mandrill, good night, man. Good night. Hope I didn't miss any of your stuff. Good night, Raging Mandrill. Yeah, I'm gonna check out your content and your Substack. So, Sid Vicious is kind of the perfect archetype of what's common in the emo scene. I've been, this might sound cringe, I've been watching some punk rock NBA. You know, I don't really understand what the problem is with that guy. I've heard bad things, but he seems to have his stuff in order. But I was trying to understand the emo scene a bit more intimately. And what you find is there's a lot of like people who kind of wander into these music scenes that aren't musical. And worst case scenario, like Sid Vicious, they get wrapped up in the drug side of it. So I think Sid Vicious is a good archetype of, you know, with punk in general. Punk is going to attract a lot of fringe types. And so obviously the bands are not immune to that standard. But the thing about the bands is like they're contributing to the scene, whereas a fan could walk in and do nothing but harm to himself if he's not going to get wrapped up into a band. You know what I'm saying? So Sid Vicious, I don't know if he ever had. I was watching a John Linden interview earlier, or I guess that was a while ago, but he was just saying how like he made it sound like Sid Vicious, I don't know if they ever had a musical connection. So I'd have to look into the lore of that. I don't know if he ever was contributing on that level. So what is the most evil band ever? Yeah, I mean, the black metal bands that you know, just vandalize stuff and I mean, that's pretty, those guys are acting like radicals from centuries ago. You know what I mean? Ever watch Dankula's vid on Gigi Allen? You're talking about Count Dankula? You did a video on him? There you go. There you go, T. That's clever. So, like, bands that are trying to be evil, I don't know who said it, but it's like, if you're still trying to do the satanic thing in the 21st century, that's, like, it's not the 80s anymore. That's played out. That's not cool. It's cringe. And in a political context, you're on the same side as a lot of people that run governments, probably. So I don't know if that's really the hill to die on. Hold on, I missed some of your guys' stuff. Someone's talking about peace of mind, Edward. MK Ultra Victim, if you're still here. Sorry, I missed your, I meant to get to this. Goth bands? Yo, goth check. Where's my goth prom? I went to a goth prom recently. I don't know where that's at. Anyways, yes, I like the early goth stuff, Susie and the Banshees, specifically Susie and the Banshees. Even if they got more pop as they went along, I still thought that was pretty cool. Like Superstition. I think that's what that album's called. That had the Batman song on it. I don't really like Hyena. Some of that stuff in the middle of the 80s, that's pretty cringe. But, pretty supportive of the early goth Sisters of Mercy. Edward the Pale, if you're still here, sorry. I want to get your guys' questions. Yo, MK Ultra Victim distracting me in the chat. Let's have some self-restraint, guys, all right? Let's have a little bit here. All right. Bake Nico. Sorry, I skipped over someone. I'll get to that right after this. Do you listen to symphonic fantasy metal like Ed Guy or Fairyland? No. What's that other one? Avantasia. No, I mean, should I check that out? I don't know. It seemed a little corny. I was able to come around to like Sabaton, so maybe. Okay. Who did I miss? I'm gonna miss questions in this chat. I'm not even gonna get to the ones that I wanted to get into yesterday or tomorrow. Yesterday. What was it? Was it Edward? Trying to find your Maiden post. Okay. Sorry. I know your answer, Ace. I have to look more into it. What is? Oh, the Priest versus Maiden. Okay. Sorry about that. Just wanted to make sure. Yeah, rap. Yeah, rap that's the thing too. That's why being on Cozy is important. We got to introduce some music to these Zoomers, okay? We can't have them listening to Lil Uzi Vert or whatever these people are doing. Yeah, me and Wendell are gonna help these guys out. Which out? Okay, sorry. I'm catching up. All right. No, I'm not big into Opeth. I remember like Sea of Tranquility was saying that like one of their albums is a classic. That's one of those bands that you see on like lists of the best albums of the 21st century. What is it? A Blackwater or something? That one gets put up there. Maybe I'm out of step with it. Fahrenheit throwing his verdict on the French demographic. Interesting. The holiest band, maybe Striper. You know, Trouble. You guys know about Trouble? Let me share screens. You guys know about this? Psalm 9. Anybody? Anyways. I think they're Christian just based off some of their lyrics. There's also what is it? Deliverance, weapons of something. What is it? This is a thrash too. It's thrash. So if anyone wants to, don't not check these bands out just because they're Christian. For weapons of our warfare. Yeah, I mean, these guys can be heavy, man. Christian speed / thrash metal. Check this out. Anyways, it seems like some of that stuff goes by the wayside. Okay. Blackwater Park, there you go. Do I have a take on the band? What? New Jersey band. Really? Interesting. No, I don't know about them. Wait. What did I miss here? Oh, do I like MK Ultra Victim? Do I like Voivod? Yes. Killing Technology is Uncle Ted pilled, maybe indirectly. I interviewed the drummer for that band. If you want to check that out, it's if you scroll back into the archive of this channel. That was pretty interesting. I tried to get him to talk about David Lynch, and so I got a separate clip. If you want to check out just that clip, it's I think that's a separate video right next to it. So that was pretty funny. He said he didn't get Lost Highway, and I didn't either, to be honest. So that was pretty funny. Yo, someone just jumped in here. Prof with the 2001 Space Odyssey. The Kid Ace. What's going on, man? What's going on? Tomorrow, if you go to Cozy TV, Wendell going to be on there with Thomas777, introducing the show to a Zoomer audience, hopefully. Yeah, Lost Highway. That might be my one of my least favorites too. I know that this is trite to say about a David Lynch film, but I just didn't get it. I just don't. But I really didn't get it. I don't know what to take away from it. Did you get a what? Did you get a tad of? American or what? I don't know the context. Are you talking to somebody else? Edward the Pale, maybe. Yeah, Mulholland Drive. It's funny, I saw that movie the first time and I don't even remember it having that much of an impression on me. So that's how much that went over my head the first time. But when I watched that video explaining like the casting couch dynamic of it, I watched that late at night and it kind of freaked me out because it was, I don't know, a lot of people probably have a similar experience when they're just watching a David Lynch film, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's right, the 10 clues if you buy the movie, the 10 clues. You know what's an underrated Queensryche is, Rage for Order. That's got, like, a Blade Runner type theme to it, you know what I mean? Screaming and digital. Alright, let me go earlier, I may have missed some of your guys' stuff. Jason. Oh, ever listen to Gorguts? MK Ultra. Oh, that sounds familiar. I don't remember actually liking them off the top of my head. Yo, Mike Floyd throwing the support for Fred Durst. What's man? The whole point is the fixed camera angle. Yeah, Cosmic, I'm with you. Thomas is never gets old. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up with your guys' Bake Nico, if you want to check out like crossover thrash, I think Lich King is better than a lot of the bands you listed. I think that was in high school when I was starting to get into them. What are we? What are we? Some kind of Godfather too? That was funny. MK Ultra Victim. Venom kind of. It's not. I don't know if that style really works. You know what I mean? It's just kind of a mess. It's just not really Oh, Havana Affair, most underrated Ramon song. That's on what is it? Cabs on Crack. What's that album called? Doesn't it have a strange name? I don't know that. The first emo band you listed, MK Ultra. I don't think I've heard them. Oh, do I like Peter Gabriel? What is that? What is that song about the monkey? I don't know. Can I really call myself an 80s fan if I don't throw some respect on Sledgehammer? I don't know. In Genesis, I was a bit ambivalent. I don't really have I have to try that stuff again. When I was trying it the first time, and it's not even the costumes either, it's just I don't know. Maybe I have a harder time following along with it. Maybe it's, like, too British for me. Shock the monkey. There, thank you, Record Deepness. Whoa, Record Deepness, what do you got in here? I heard The Godfather 3 isn't that bad. Okay, hold on. Bake. The chocolate album, are you talking about the Starfish chocolate flavored water or whatever? I don't know if that's a good look to endorse that album. Uh, it's a funny meme. Edward Steelstorm 2. I think Thomas is dialing it, getting that, getting through that. You can tell I'm getting a bit tired. He's making progress, so we'll see. Oh, Obscura, that's right. Okay, forget it. Yeah, I think it's over for Gorguts. Yeah, that's a bit too like strange. At least two. Yeah. Somewhere in Time, Rage for Order, Blade Runner metal albums. Ugh. Sci-fi metal. Maybe like Killing Technology. Maybe some of those. I wonder if there's others. I mean, Space Odyssey. Yo, Spiffer. David the Gnome, if you're still here, what do you mean about Mulholland Drive? Aggressively? I think just because we don't really... I think because it's just like... I don't know. Because there's not like a resolution at the end? Is that what you mean? It's... like story-wise? Ethnic metal? Oh, are you talking about... I think Geo talks about this in his Hyperculture book review. How in the 90s, you kind of see the beginning phase of globalism and world music having an influence in the culture. And even bands like Cynic and Atheist, which it's kind of fitting that those bands are called that and they succumb to the world music influence, Cynic and Atheist. That's kind of redundant. Why don't you just call it Gen X? So anyways, what was the question? Oh, like ethnic metal? Well, I just feel like that stuff doesn't really... It's not timeless. And it's a very dated concept, kind of in the Y2K era. So, not really supportive to that subgenre. Nocturnus. Oh, Richard. Yeah, I forgot about those guys. Yeah, not sure about Blade Runner. Yeah, I don't know if that's what's that other one? Vector. Vector's another sci-fi band. But I mean, Blade Runner. I mean, it probably invariably has an influence on anything sci-fi related after the fact. Soulfly, yeah, I don't know. It's not the same. Soulfly, in my opinion. Elon bust. Dr. Gray. Are you a Kate Bush respecter? I don't remember what her stuff sounds like, so Yo, Bonnie. Okay, I'm thinking we're back. So we're literally back. Yeah, we're Bonnie Tyler stans on this channel. Notes from America, man. Why doesn't that get put in a Stranger Things or some 80s nostalgia thing? Notes from America, that is like a classic concert opener track from Hide Your Heart, Streets of Little Italy. Oh, Talking Heads, World. Okay. Well, I mean, they were weird to begin with. They're pulling influences from all over the place, so that's maybe a bit more expected. Thomas 777 is an interesting dude. Real and true. I think you're right, David Noam. I think David Lynch is spending too much time doing that. Bolt Thrower. Yo, Bolt Thrower. That last album, man. That last Bolt Thrower album. What is it? Anti-Tank? Yeah, I think I would agree with you, MK Ultra, the Radiohead. What's I don't know. If we could have some more like OK Computer-ish. I don't know if that goes against what you're talking about. I don't know. Is that part of them going downhill? Kid A. Wasn't there a song from the Romeo and Juliet movie? From a Radiohead album? Paramore. Yeah, Paramore is every every emo girl's favorite go-to band when they don't want to check out other more aggressive emo bands. Yo, you're not too far from Thomas, dude. You should reach out. He was just meeting with Paul Fahrenheit IRL, so you might enjoy that. Emos are still existing. Well, I mean, like nowadays, probably not, but I'm saying what was common among that crowd. I guess we should speak in past tense, which is a bit of a black pill in and of itself. Yeah, I'm checking out this one channel that's going through like the Avril Lavigne. It's basically a documentary about her, and then talking about alternative press, some of the. So, but I'm starting to see some of the weaknesses, some of the blind spots. Okay, interesting. Used to get alt press. Yeah, it wasn't alt press. I got this from Punk Rock NBA. Alternative press, I think, was selling more, just almost as much copies as Rolling Stone. But Rolling Stone is not strictly music. So maybe you could make an argument that alternative press was the most popular music magazine for a while. Yeah, but I think Punk Rock NBA is right. They're doing what a lot of the classic rock magazines are doing. Ultimate Classic Rock. Well, I mean, these aren't magazines, but like these outlets that just kind of promote the same stuff, use it as a crutch. Don't promote newer people because they're more loyal to advertisements and kind of losing what they had when back when they could get through some of these cultural trends like new metal. They survived that, even if like that wasn't really their brand, and so they came out of that. But right now they're kind of stagnant, if that makes sense. I don't know if you guys are tuning into alternative press still, but it just seems like I see that a lot with Loudwire and all these metal sites. It seems like they just kind of do the same thing and aren't really evolving the way they probably would if it was a couple of years ago. Dirt album by Alice in Chains. That's a pretty cool album. Probably their best one. Yeah, no, I hear you, David the Gnome. Yeah. Yo, is that true, Elon Bust? Every metalcore band does what Bring Me the Horizon do after the fact. See, I'm not really tapped into like how influential Bring Me the Horizon. Like what were the bands that kind of ruined the emo scene? That I'm not too privy to. I don't know if you want to summarize it, Elon Bust. I'm just curious. Yo, yeah, and how many of these bands are doing gent now? Is that just a meme, or is that really an influence on the genre? Is Papa Roach doing gent? I don't know. That's kind of, isn't that kind of cool in a way, in a weird way? See, that's when you know a scene has really needs different guidance. When you have like when newer bands don't know what to do because it's all just derivative of the trend. So it's like a new would be authentic bands think that the synthetic genre is the real genre. You know what I'm saying? I'm curious how much of that syncs up with Bring Me the Horizon. Blackfield Brides too. I think alternative press was really shilling them for years. Yeah, see, I don't know the difference between good gent and bad gent. I don't know if there's a distinction there. See, now we're getting into like, I don't know. Are these subgenres a bit too? Is this really like an evolution of the genre? If it turns into all these different. I don't know them, Mike Floyd. I'm not. This is interesting. Metalcore is populated entirely by Guitar Hero kids, mid-level talent who just copy what other successful bands do. Well, I can imagine, yeah. Interesting, interesting. Well, Bake Nico, I hope I'm saying that right. It seems like another thing I saw in Punk Rock MBA's video was the well, it's not metal, but like you have like rappers like Lil Peep and who's the other one? Juice World and XXX. What is it? Tacion something. Those guys have a little bit of emo in their sound, and so you kind of had this weird crossover of emo and rap that I wasn't even aware of, honestly. Yeah, yeah, Goth Boy Click. Yeah, yeah. And so it's a weird so I can what you're describing, I think, is the other way around, where someone's adapting the gangster aesthetic. I don't know if we're gonna be seeing that a lot more often since if there's nothing new that happens in rock besides what you're describing, that kinda I don't know. I hope that's not all that's left in 21st century rock, and, I mean, emo's a bit of a like a branch of rock. Yo, yo, Cosmic Wander. That's cool to hear. Cool to hear. Yo, Elon Buzz, Jane. That's pretty interesting. See, that's what I want to know. I want to know like where all the where all the friction is with these bands that feel like they're not flexible. Bilbo. I don't know if I've listened to Martyr. I couldn't tell you. Edward, what did you mean by this? I feel like I feel like I'm like falling asleep live on air. Let me find All right. I'm looking for your guys' questions in here. Well, record deepness, I think what you're describing, it may have been you. Someone said that I don't have a problem with elites. I just want better elites, like the Tucker Carlson quote. I think that applies to what you're saying. Oh, Polyphema or Fia. Hold on a sec. Let me look that up. I don't think so. Here, you recommended them before. I'll check them out. My goodness, that's weird. I didn't really feel tired before going live. Yeah, I'll check them out, Spiff. The guitarist. Well, I'll still check them out. But thank you, Bake. Or, excuse me, MK Ultra. All right. Yeah, thank you, Bake. Yeah, I'll check it out. Oh, here. I probably should have did this earlier, but we'll throw the Discord in there just in case. Asian guitarist is a genre now. Let's see here. What do we got here? Here, I should probably try the Thomas ones. That might be more effective. They're bringing flamenco back. Do we really want to? Is that really ideal? I forgot about the Ninja Nationalist meme. Alright, alright. Jada's... Are you talking about Jaden? Jaden Smith's new metal band? No, no. What's that all about? Okay, I hear you. I hear you, Spiff. I hear you. All right, hold on. Let's... Comments. Oh, Jada? That's pretty funny. This is like a Joe Satriani song. That's funny. That's funny. Ninja metal. Alright, sorry, I'm trying to curate this stuff for tomorrow's stream. Do I like Avenged Sevenfold? Yeah. Some of their stuff's, what is it, City... What is it? City of Evil? Yeah, I remember reading the way you typed it, and I don't understand why Sevenfold. I guess that makes sense. To type it like that 7 times? I don't know. Your thoughts on ICP? Yeah, I mean, it's funny. I don't know if I'd really... I don't know if I'd fully endorse it. Yo, Edward. Yeah, I'd imagine Avenged Sevenfold. And maybe ICP too. Would be good live. Alright. What's that? Punk Rock MBA? Yeah, Elon Bus. What's the red pill with Punk Rock MBA? Like, the stuff I've been watching, he seems to know what he's talking about, but what's the why is he cringe? ICP trolled their fans. I might have to look into that. Thank you for that. Record deepness. That's pretty funny. Well, no, I said that whatever that album is, City of Evil. From Backcountry. Yeah, they're interesting. And even some of their later stuff I would probably say I like, so that's pretty funny though. Oh, okay, is that right? Well, Elon, I remember he was talking about alternative press, and one of his critiques was they were embracing the he said like they went woke and they were trying to cancel bands, and he seemed to have a problem with that. I don't know if he's talking out of both sides of his mouth, if that's the right metaphor. I'd be interested to. You're probably right. I had just recently started checking out his stuff. Yeah, I think you're right about that, Cosmic. Yeah, you're probably right, Big. I don't remember that. MK Ultra, the punk rock review channel. All right, let me trying to find some questions. All right. I'm thinking about Replay Gang right now, and I'm thinking about how a lot of this latter half is it's not really helpful for them. So we'll wrap up. We'll wrap up soon. Current state of the dissident right. I'm very optimistic about it. I think we're taking a lot of W's. If we could speak about it in broad terms. I think the One thing I was talking with Wendell earlier today was we really need to bring communication to the forefront, because I think one of the reasons why people rely on drama to discredit people, the way that people are skeptical about some of the online personalities, I think there's not a lot of communication. There's not a lot of like a Twitter space where people are directly squashing beef. It just seems like people are hearing stuff from word of mouth and not really verifying the information. And it's the young people critiquing the older people and vice versa. So I think if we can narrow that down and get people from both generations to talk to one another and not just like, the peanut gallery from the sidelines. So I think if we can just do that, get over that barrier, then we'll be able to be a lot more effective. We're chilling, in short. Uh, okay, I guess I'll talk about that. Elon, my goodness, my goodness. Um, this guy's asking me at 1 a.m. Pacific Standard Time what I think about. That is so funny in the chat, Elon. Like whoa, man. I just, I mean, so like, so, so basically, yo, Edward the Pale, 4 a.m. Dude, thank you for tuning in, man. That's wild. Just, I mean, look, to answer half of that question, Elon, I mean, I think if we could just wait and kind of see where everybody's at in a year, I think that's a nice way to see if things have gotten better for people over time. So there you go. There you go. Let's see where everyone's at in a year and let that be the verdict. Thank you, Elon. Thank you, Elon. That was funny though. That was funny. That bake, that's yeah, that's terrible. I don't see that happening, but then yeah, that's yeah, stay away from that, please. It's your opinion. Sabaton, I thought they were cheesy at first, and then I kind of liked the historic aesthetic. And if you want to check out a channel that's kind of supportive of it too, Modern Monarchist, I think he's a pretty learned guy, and I think he was playing one of their songs as the intro to one of his shows. So I think they're interesting. You would think history would be a topic that would be a lot more appreciated in a lot of metal bands, but it seems like they're kind of the one that really grasped onto it. Yeah, I would just say stay away from anime in general. It's like the Discord pipeline. You just just try to stay away. MK Ultra, what you think about Ingve? This guy? Yeah, man, that's the best living guitarist alive right now, so yeah, man. Odyssey, people should check out the Odyssey album with Joel Turner on vocals. I think that's his best album. And, even when he went pop, when he had the glam metal aesthetic trilogy, still, man, that stuff I think is some of the best metal, even if it is melodic. I don't wanna hear your opinion on Yngwie. I wanna your opinion on Jason Becker. Alright. Yeah, Jason Becker, man, Speed Metal Symphony with Marty Friedman. That's classic, man. Well, yeah, Bilbo, yeah, it's different genres. I hear you. Yeah, exactly, Spiff. Or at least that's what it looks like from my perspective. I'll check him out. MK Ultra. Cosmic, to be frank, not a fan. I think the right should try to avoid that. So ABBA or Ace of Base? What's Ace of Base? I didn't even know who that is. It's like an ABBA ripoff band? Oh, and they're also Swedish. What the? I'll have to check that out. Eurodance? No, Cosmic. Don't do pagan monarchists. You should check out modern monarchists. Cosmic, here. Let me. Check this out. Cosmic. I think you guys would like this channel. History, religion. Talking about monarchy, monarchists. That's the modern monarchist. So. All right. Yeah, I got to reach out to this guy who's having a critique of Evola from a Christian perspective, and there seems to be an absence of that stuff on the right. There's a lot of Evola fans, and so I think, it's funny, these guys, there's a lot of bookworms, but there isn't a lot of theology. It seems like there's not a lot of Christian-based books, and since that, from a historical perspective, scholasticism being as influential as it was, you would expect more of a balance in the book diet, but it seemed like a lot of it is leaning towards the obscure stuff. So I just think that's a bit of a missed opportunity as of right now. Maybe people get into that stuff later on, but it just seems like, thank you, Record Deepness, thank you. That's a good question, Elon. That's why I'm skeptical of Dugan and, some people on the right. It just seems like there's this. Well, see, the problem with that band, Edward, is it's too poppy. Those guys think that it's just what, I don't know. It's kind of. I think like secular types, atheist types are gonna listen to that and go like, that band probably would probably lead people away from the evil imagery. Not that that's the only thing, of course. It's just MK Ultra. That's I forgot about that meme. I haven't watched that full debate. Okay, yeah, Cosmic. I don't mean to be rude. I'm just saying it's people really overdose with the Evola stuff. There was a time when that was like, oh my gosh, revolting against what? The modern world. It's like, all right, man. Wait, what? What, Elon? Ace of Base? Oh. Are you serious, Elon? I didn't know that. What the? What the? What are these Swedish bands up to? Yo. Danny Hightower. Yeah, their first album's pretty underrated. Strong Arm of the Law. Denim and Leather. It might have been GTA that introduced me to Saxon. MK Ultra. Whoa. Dude, that's like, wow. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Spangler. Spangler, I think, is a lot more relevant than Evola. And from a historical perspective, like, to be honest, man, there's like entire chunks of Revolt Against the Modern World that's just not. He's just throwing in his own personal stuff, like. You gotta be. MK Ultra, man. That's funny. See, like, fellas be like they want to be traditional, and then they find some non-Christian tradition. My brother in Christ, please put down the Evola essays. Random mountain climbing one first. I'm just saying, like, all these bookworms, and where's the theology? Anyways, alright. Are we winding down? I haven't read Faye, MK Ultra. Alright. Well, I think I'm gonna get some sleep for tomorrow's show, tomorrow's gig. Yeah, it's getting a little late. I'll be fine, it's just... I don't know if you guys... We've probably reached our peak, so... Don't be black-pilled, Cosmic. Don't be black-pilled. Just find a place to find a place that works for you. Preferably away from the pagan stuff. Alright. Alright, alright. Alright. Take care, all. Thanks for talking. Sweet dreams. Thank you, Record Deepness. That's a good note to end on. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm surprised people lasted this long. I wasn't even going to do this. So, I appreciate you guys making this worth it. There you go. There you go, Elon. There you go. All right. Edward the Pale, Record Deepness, Cosmic Wanderer, Elon Bus, Danny Hightower, MK Ultra Victim, man. You really got into the swing of this chat. Thank you, man. You assimilated quite well. Alrighty. Bake Neko. Nico. Curiosity Closet. Simple but not so long name. Alright. And everyone else too, everyone else. Alright, good night, everyone. Thank you guys for staying tuned. For tuning in. Stay tuned for tomorrow. That's what you stay tuned for. Getting a little tired department. So yeah, tomorrow, Cozy TV, support it. Wendell is also going to be sharing it, so stay tuned for that. You can go to this channel to check it out too. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Don't let the mold bug bite. Don't let... Anyways, what time? I'm thinking around 6 p.m. Central or Pacific Standard Times. 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thereabouts. Daniel tuning in right when we're leaving. We're so thereabouts, late afternoon-ish, early evening-ish. So Danielle, thank you for tuning in. Don't let the mold bug bite. Alrighty. Where's my cap? No cap. No worries. What time is it in Canada? It's a bit anyways. Also, Something I might be doing within the next few hours, man. Might have to settle the score. Might have to settle. Booking flights. All right, all right. So we'll see. We'll see. Stay tuned for the verdict. Cozy TV. No, Danielle. No. That's not for this stream. That's for the next few hours, maybe. So, Moldbug is pies. Big if true. Yeah, where is it? Booking dot. Yeah. All right. Alrighty. You guys are the best, man. You guys give me a lot. Alrighty. New Jersey time. All right. We can all get to bed here, so. All right. Oh, man. No, don't. No. Elon bust. Let's not do that. And thank you, Danielle. Yeah. Maybe we'll get to play some copyrighted music on Cozy. Stay tuned. This will be the stream where... Well, I was thinking about it earlier, too, so... All right. Thank you, Danny. That's a high note. That is a high note. All right. We're ending on a high note. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll be back in the next few hours. So get some sleep. Grab some popcorn, maybe. Whatever you need for the Friday night stream. It's a Friday night stream. It's been a while. So, alrighty. That's an outro. So, I will see you guys soon. Take care.